I'll start with the wig. So as you can see, I'm not really a natural blonde. I feel like a real princess in it because it just looks so legit. School shoes.
Very good, very good.
That little outfit. Some nice gold ones. These ones go with my bubble dress.
Oh, come have a look over here. We have, this is the painting station. For those who don't know the story of Wicked, I'm not this colour. And so we use this brush and we literally just go for it. We have a wonderful, the other Elphaba, she paints me up and vice versa. And it's amazing. We just get completely look different and she does special green lipstick and everything.
No.
This dress, it's pretty spectacular. It was made just for the show. I don't even know how much fabric they use, but it's a lot. And this is for the whole second act where we do all the witchy stuff, where she really experiences that heartbreak and transformation. I wear these fancy school shoes, and then we move through to more of a business shoe when she's taking over the world, saving all the animals. And the whole act we wear this week, we just style it differently as she goes. It's really beautiful, and I have to brush it a lot. I feel cool. Yeah. Like this, and I heat it up. It's hot water, and then you just kind of
Breathe it all in.
for like a long time, and then you just start to feel magic. Shut up. It's a medical miracle. They kept me, and then I still grew. This is where it all really happens. These are the amazing tech and stage crew. Hey. Hello. And they, without them, this show literally couldn't happen. There's a lot of lights. A lot of lights in this show.
Well, I'm playing Galinda, and she's pretty bubbly, and I think what's interesting about her is she's got this idea of herself that she is good, and I think this show really questions where goodness comes from. So.
I'm playing Elphaba, and she is the Green Witch, where everyone remembers her for the evil cackle and the hat. But this story is kind of tailored around Elphaba's, is she good or evil? So it really is a balance of that. And we're best friends in the show, and it's really fun. What we become very deep connection. Like you couldn't just say best friends. It's like sisters maybe. It's quite nice, and they cry and they care most about each other, even though the whole world pits them against each other, which I love. I think someone told me once, I think it was Nadine, who I love so much, shout out to Nadine. She was the first person who gave me a main role ever, like when I was 14, and she said, when you have butterflies in your stomach, just put them into your toes and let them help you dance. And so like use that for your advantage, and I think that makes auditions really, really fun.
As well, learning that like being vulnerable is a good thing, especially as an actor, to be able to take those things that make you feel a bit off and a bit shaky or anything, you can use that.
Yeah, that's so true. Never give up. But yeah, nerves
so true.
Nerves remind you that you really care and that you're really invested. And it's just learning how to use them. And so you can use every opportunity and enjoy it, and be a character always. So
like when you're in a show and everything, it's all about the audience. It's not about us, and so that kind of takes the pressure off as well, because it's not about how we perform and stuff. We're there for that audience to tell a story. I mean, Elphaba is fierce.
Oh,
she's
I love
amazing,
Elphaba.
isn't she?
I want to be more like Elphaba when I grow up. Yeah, we talk about this a lot. We love our characters, and that's probably one of the best things about doing this with a new friend, and with someone that you admire, and doing characters that you admire. Elphaba is all about fighting for justice and seeing, even though people love her and point at her, and she's been neglected from love her whole life, she still has it in her. And I love that, because even when literally people point and laugh at her and she looks a completely different colour scheme to the rest of the world, she still can, she uses that for her love, and she lets that empathize. She helps her empathy, and she just, even though she can see like the most amazing things that could be hers, someone offers her the most amazing opportunity and she still chooses to be humble and fight for what's right. And I love that. I love that.
Me too. I love both the characters actually, because I think and like we were saying before about the show, debating where goodness comes from.
Yes.
I think it's really interesting that Galinda sort of starts out from a place where she thinks she's good. She thinks she's really nice and stuff, but in thinking that, she somehow ends up not so nice. And she goes on this beautiful journey of learning how to love, I think, which I think is really cool.
She
Yeah.
does. And they both do. They both think,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if Elphaba even knows what love is at the start. Galinda teaches her that, and Elphaba teaches her that love isn't what it looks like to her.
Yeah.
So it's this beautiful kind of figure eight, and no matter how the story ends and they sing their song, they know that they've got each other because of what they learned from each other. For good. It's a good song. Look it up. I know that Elphaba would be furious. She'd probably get on her broomstick and go fight the local anyone. Because that's what she does in this
Take on
story.
anyone.
It's like a short caveat. Elphaba fights for animals who lose their ability to speak because the powers that be tell them that they're not allowed to. And so if you parallel that to our universe and all the things that we need to be working on together, we need more Elphabas in the world, because she is, no one's listening to her, but she makes her voice heard, and she uses the gifts that she does have for good, even if the world is telling her to buckle up and just go to a corner. And so I think Elphaba would be so happy, and she'd probably ring Galinda up on their old, Oz telephones and be like, hey, let's go break this chain.
Yeah, totally.
And they'd probably, what would you do?
Well, because
What would
I
Galinda
think, interesting, because of Glinda's journey, I think she probably at the start might not care.
do? Yeah, or not understand.
I don't know if she would understand how other people are. She doesn't doesn't understand how Elphaba is coming to that school. So I think at the beginning, but by the end, she
would totally, yeah.
she's ready to change the world and try to. Well, she wants to be Glinda the Good, and we know from the Wizard of Oz that she does become.
And she speaks to girls like Galinda,
Yeah.
because she I love it because you wear these beautiful gowns. She looks stunning. She's gorgeous, and she knows all the right things to say. But by the end of the show, she knows she's learning how to use that for good and how to empathize with all girls of different styles. And she's, I don't know. I'm watching her like, oh, I get it. So, I think
We'd take it on.
yeah, I
wouldn't
think
we?
wicked for Taboo.
This show is so girl power, isn't it? Because this is all about, like, the real love story is not actually Fiera and either of us.
No.
it's us, and so I think that's just so amazing. What's so great about this show is it really it paved the way for shows like Frozen. That would never have happened without this show. It's amazing. And
Have two female leads. And
Yeah.
it's all about their friendship. That's like one of the first of its
it's
kind.
and it's not like the prince. You don't need a Prince Charming or anything like that. That's not what the story's about.
Yeah.
I love that about this show.
Yeah. The show revolves around their friendship and people, being fascinated by how they could be friends even though they're so different. And I think what's kind of sad, like this bittersweet thing, is that Galinda, the whole time, we're through to Wizard of Oz, at the end everyone sees the Good Witch as this amazing person, but she's so much deeper than that. She's beautiful and she's so good, but Galinda's got this whole story that the world won't yet listen to. But yeah, the friendship is so important. I mean, off stage, I've so enjoyed doing the girl power role.
Yeah.
Normally they really do pit women against each other and they don't allow them to support each other. But this is amazing, and they kind of pass this baton of fighting for what's right, even if it's not for each other, but it's for the greater good. It's a story for all ages, all times, all places, and there's something for everyone all the time.
Mm.